Where exactly is this pea? Demanded the girl. I'm just keeping it warm, child, replied Splatt. Then the dinner lady began making the most awful noises with her nose. Snort, snort, snort. What on earth are you doing? Asked the girl. Just retrieving your pea. Snort, snort, snort. And with one final snort, a green pellet flew out of her nose and landed on the girl's plate with a ding. The girl stared down at it. That's not a pea, she said, not unreasonably. What is it then, child? Purred Splatt. A bogey! No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, said Splatt. No, it's not, replied Chewy. Ha ha! The dinner lady had tricked her. It's snot! Shouted Chewy in frustration. Shut up and eat your greens. Greens are good for you. Not that kind of green. Eat it. I won't. Oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. With that, Splatt grabbed the girl by her shoulders and sat her down on the bench. Eat, vermin, eat, she ordered. No! The dinner lady smashed her iron fist down on the dining table. Thud! Throwing up all the plates into the air. Tring, clatter, clutter. The children sitting at the table were covered in stew and pie and dumplings. Ugh! They cried. It was disgusting being coated in the stuff, although it was preferable to eating it. Eat it, or I promise there will be hell to pay, shouted Splatt. Once again her false teeth went flying, whiz, hitting a boy on the head. Doink! He landed face down in his stew. Splut! I said no, shouted the girl. Splatt was so frustrated she shouted, Vermin! And thumped her wall with her iron fist. Dunk! A cloud of dust exploded across the room. Bush! Everyone began coughing and spluttering. Splatt strained to remove her fist from the wall, but she couldn't. Her fist was stuck there. She yanked and yanked and yanked, but it just wouldn't budge. Look what you've done to my blasted hand, child, she growled. The dinner lady pushed her foot up against the wall to act as a lever. She tugged and tugged and tugged before, plop, her arm popped clean out of her metal hand. No, shouted the dinner lady. Without her iron fist, Splatt felt powerless. Not thinking, she unscrewed her wooden leg so she could use that to instill terror. She bashed the dining table with it. Bosh! That will be you next, vermin! If she had thought about it first, Splatt would have realised that, unlike the flamingo, she was unable to stand on one leg. A look of horror flashed across her face as she realised she had lost her balance. No! Plonk! Before she knew it, Splatt was lying face down on the greasy floor of the dining room. Ouch! To make matters worse, her glass eye popped out of its socket and rolled across the floor. Roll. As she scrambled to her knee, her rubber ear dropped off. Thwack. She picked it up and scared the children with it by sticking it right in their faces. No, help! Don't think I can't hear you, children, she roared. Now, vermin, eat that pea! No, shouted Chewy. In frustration, Splatt yanked off her wig and threw it at the girl. Whoosh! Chewy ducked, and it landed in the stew of the elderly history teacher, Mr. Antiquity. Splosh. Excuse me, madam, he began. I think there's a hair in my stew. Still, the old man carried on eating. He actually enjoyed Mrs. Splatt's food, but he was the only one. The dinner lady was now half the woman she had been, having lost a leg, a hand, her wig, her left eye, and her left ear. Still, she was coming straight for Chewy. You will eat my snot, you vermin, if it's the last thing you do. Oh, no, I won't. As quick as a flash, the girl reached into her blazer pocket and pulled out a jumbo pack of bubblegum. The brand was Double Bubble, the most bubblesome bubblegum on earth. Once unwrapped, she stuffed the entire pack of Double Bubble into her mouth and began chewing like a maniac. Then, as soon as she could, Chewy began blowing a bubble. "No gum in the dining room, vermin!" roared Splatt from the dining room floor. Still Chewy blew and blew and blew and blew. First the bubble was the size of a ping-pong ball. And then it was the size of a watermelon. "Spit that out at once!" Next it was the size of a globe. Eventually it was the size of a hot air balloon. "I am going to pop your bubble for the last time!" Splatt lifted up her finger to the bubble gum and tried to stab it with her dirty great nail. Jab, jab, jab. But instead of popping, the bubble enveloped Mrs. Splatt. In no time at all, the dinner lady was trapped inside it. "Let me out, you vermin! Let me out!" she cried, slamming her hand against the wall of the pink bubble gum that imprisoned her. "I need all of your help, kids," called out Chewy. "Every single one of you." The children in the dining room all leaped to their feet. "Hold the doors open," ordered the girl. The nearest children to the dining room double doors did just that. "The rest of you, gather around me and blow." "Blow?" asked the littlest boy. "Trust me, this will only work if we all do it. 3, 2, 1, blow!" All at once, the children did what she said. They pursed their lips and blew as hard as they could. Together, the kids of Slop School created a gust of wind that was so powerful it blew the giant bubblegum bubble, with Splatt trapped inside it, out of the Hall of Horrors. The dinner ladies all looked on in wonder as their glorious leader floated past them. "No!" cried Splatt, bashing against the wall of bubblegum. She tried to spit her false teeth out to make a hole, but the teeth bounced off the pink wall and whacked her right on the side of the nose. "Ouch!" she screamed as she sailed through the doors and out into the playground. "Kids, follow her and keep blowing," ordered Chewy. Whoosh! Soon the kids had the bubble floating high up in the air. Before you knew it, the evil Mrs. Splatt was nothing more than a tiny pink dot in the sky. "Goodbye," called out Chewy. "Us vermin are going to miss you." All the kids laughed heartily. "Ha ha!" "Right. Now let's order some pizza," shouted the girl. "Yes!" They all cheered. The end.